Now let's continue our previous tutorial. Now we want the user to be able to click something and go to page 2. In order to do so, we will add an anchor tag. We will do so under the Ion card content. Now let's create an anchor tag, and we want to use the AngularJS2 click directive. This tells that when a user clicks this anchor tag, the user should go and execute this method that we had previously created. Go to page 2. And we will close this anchor tag and put some text. Go to page 2. Okay, now let's serve up our app and see what we got. To do so, we would type in Ionic serve. Okay, as we can see here that we have created a link which says go to page 2. Now let's see what happens when we click on it. Congratulations, we have now added another page to our app, and we can use this back button to go back to the home page and then click this link to go to the page 2. Now let's recap what we did earlier. The first thing that we did was created a folder. We should create a folder for every page that we want to add to our app. The second thing that we did was created a JavaScript file and an HTML file. Now inside the HTML and the JavaScript files of the home page where we wanted to add the second page, we would go and add the nav controller to the JavaScript file, which tells that we want to use the navigation controller from the Ionic framework. We then included the nav controller as the variable nav in our constructor. Now this tells Ionic that we want to use the nav that we had just imported on the top in our app as the variable nav. We also would like to instantiate the variable nav. To do so, we type this.nav equals to nav. The next thing that we did was created another method which said go to page 2, which we used here in the HTML file, saying go to page 2 as an anchor click. We said that this.nav.push page 2 inside our go to page 2 method. Now this tells Ionic that it should put this page 2 into its navigation tree. So when we see that this is a navigation tree, when we click something, Ionic adds this page on top of the home page. So when we click back, Ionic knows that the user has clicked this page from the home page, and that's where he would want to go back to.